is engine 31, the Pierce pumper from station 3, is gonna now get ready to get the emergency lights turn back into position and turn on his emergency lights. His emergency lights. He's gonna turn his emergency lights on at any second now. Because this is how they do it. When they get to the scene of the fire, first thing they do is set the parking brake and couple the hose to the rig needed. This is that pump down here. The emergency lights are getting ready to be also turned on. Shut the diesel engine off like this time. That's rare, but it's sometimes needed. You can never predict. And on the side of engine 31, I just reserved Pierce. Same procedures. You gotta have those boxes to give something to the turnout here. Tracks for approaching train, so to speak. I gotta be ready just in case we have to clear the line. Tanker 1 is now ready. I'll get the rig ready. Diesel engine is still idling. Now engine 31's driver will start the rig. I gotta make sure they got plenty of space before they do it. It appears they got plenty. Not too close. So at this time, diesel engine started. This time engine 31 will have the diesel engine get going. So the diesel engine, I see him getting. Next is to quickly install that big hose. And I wonder, they're the highlight. Engine 31 is the highlight. And they're gonna practice with these pumps. Because that's important when here's when the scanner suddenly goes off. Good, clear route blocking. Yeah. Now they're going to get the Pierce in position. The Pierce is all set, and they're going to get that hose connected to the other end. See that? My grandfather did that too. He drove rigs, activated the pumps. Like that. Left-hand side pump, so to speak. What's this machine? That must be an ejector. That must be a water ejector. That's what that is, yeah. That ejector will go inside. However, they gotta be careful because the coupling on this thing is not standard. Is not a standard one. They'll connect the black hose there to that really big pump on engine 31. We'll couple that in. There. This is a pumping drill. They're trying to show the new guys that they're ready. I'm very chicken. Now, engine 31 has the hose set. And next up is to turn on, you guessed it, the emergency lights. Turn on, I know for a fact. And of course, set the diesel engine to high idle. It is currently on high idle. will be in position here. I subwoofer, but I like the long bell. If I hear the long bell, it's Engine 31's air brakes. And so we're getting the pump ready for action. Next, they gotta connect that long hose. That will run a mile long or something. This is about a quarter mile. Which they go to the base of the fire and extinguish it when they're in the real world. And they use that when they go to the structure fire, to a structure fire to keep it from spreading to other buildings nearby. So they gotta keep it from going elsewhere, such as other buildings. And the last place you want to go is probably towards the fuel tank. The worst enemy in the world. This guy's gonna make his way around. Oh yeah. Cool. It's another adapter they're gonna install. That one's gonna do the same to that second container. Each container. And this is how they gotta do it. Then suddenly the scanner goes off. This is how they do it. When they get out there for the real thing, right? That's how I correlate. My grandfather did this too. Yes, sir. My grandfather did this too.
Oh, he does see some fire?
He used to be. This in memory of him, as well as my old second grade driver, Mr. O'Neill. My grandfather was stationed at New Market Fire Department, whereas my second grade driver, Mr. O'Neill, drove Tower 17 in Baltimore. Family history, but I'm also practicing around here my agility stuff in case I have to get out of the way of an approaching train, emergency vehicle, or a funeral. I do practice at that under my own power, utilizing these marks. See that?
They got a lot going.
Guess they're getting ready for that to do some drill. That's what I call the pump drill. I can't help calling it that because if you look carefully, that's how the injector would get them inside Engine 31's tanks. We're okay. Just getting this on cam because it's important.
Well, I gotta take some pictures of the building for so many reasons.
You get on the other end.
Looks like they got some good training going.
Well, it's important I do get a shot of this because if my grandfather was in fire service, it's important. I'm just trying to be nice in memory of him because in that way they'll know I picked up the torch and kept my eyes open. And I'll keep my eyes open for these rigs if I suddenly see an emergency light turn on. Now, Engine 31's crew will crank the pumps a little higher. And now, of course, they gotta wear these big advanced equipment. No advanced boots are going to turn out here. And they're, when the scanner goes off, this will protect them. Checker one is kind of this. As Engine 31's tanks get loaded up. Now they gotta do it. Are you ready? If the scanner goes off, yes, sir. I got sprayed down by a big diesel engine. Maybe shut the high oil, but this is it. Next up is increase the pump a little more. This is what those gauges are in there on the side of engine 31.